instruction is complete. Knowledge alone can give the permanent cure. We are not saying don't do first aid. First aid is necessary. First aid is important. First aid is necessary. As you do the first aid, ensure that you understand it as first aid and don't miss the knowledge component. What is a knowledge component? What is the mind made up of? What is the stuff? What is it the mind is made up of? You can draw and show what the eye is made up of. You can draw and show what the ear is made up of. You can draw and show what the brain is made up of, heart is made up of. Or you can pluck it from a body and literally also show the eye, the heart, the nose, the brain. Where can you pluck the mind and show? That is where educating about the mind becomes a bit difficult. Because you cannot pluck it and show it like one organ. You can show the heart, but showing the heart is not showing the mind, isn't it? You can show the heart. That heart is an organ. It's a physiological, it's a physiological organ. It's not the mind. It means, where do we get the knowledge of what the mind is made up of? From the Shastras. From the Shastras, we get the knowledge of what the mind is. Now we understand what the mind is made up of. What are all the various things the mind is composed about? Clarity about this will make you understand how the one or more combined is the root of all your problems. And remember the definition of the problem. We are giving a unique definition to a problem, Vedantic definition to a problem. In the Vedic sense, in the Vedantic sense, problem means that which makes you forget your true nature. Anything that makes you forget your true nature is the problem. Are you able to follow what is a problem means? That's very important to understand what we define as. In the world, there are so many problems. No, we don't discuss problem in that sense. Here, in true Vedantic sense, problem means that which makes you forget your true nature, that which makes you forget your original essential nature. That is the problem. Second angle to look at problem in Vedantic sense is problem means that temporary appears to be permanent. Again, first definition of a problem is that which makes you forget your true nature. Second definition is what? That temporary appears to be permanent. Makes you forget the truth, makes the temporary looks permanent. Do we need any other problem? Yeah, we don't need any other problem. No, this two itself is more than enough. Therefore, in Vedantic sense, when we talk about a problem, this is the problem. Since it is your mind the problem, where is the mind located? Where is your mind located? In you. Since the mind is located in you, it is right to say the problem is in you. No, sir. Wait. This is not acceptable. 50-50. 50-50. Sometimes I also creates a problem. Sometimes I stay quiet unnecessarily. Other dumps it on me and goes there. Unnecessarily other dumps it on me and go. If mind is the problem, to you, your mind is the problem. To you, the mind of others can never be a problem. Since it is your mind that is the problem, where is your mind located? The mind is located in you. Because the mind is located in you, the natural conclusion is what? The problem is in you. There is no problem that comes to you from outside. Yes, sir, but sometimes, important match, semi-final நடக்கும்போது நீங்க கிளாஸ் வச்சேன்னாக்கா, very important match. The entire life of 1.2 billion Indians is decided in these few hours. Resaji, you won't know that. You won't even know that there's a World Cup happening, no? Yeah, there's a cricket World Cup happening. And India is playing the semi-final today. Not even final, semi-final today. So the whole life of that 1.2 billion is resting on this. So by 10:30, we will know whether 10:30 in the night, we will know whether it is worth to be alive or such an important thing that is going on. Appo class vecha Balasubramaniam, what do we do? Isn't it? What do we do? Is the problem? The problem is so clearly from the outside. War happening, sir. Is that not a problem that is coming from outside? The war is happening. This is happening. That is happening. I don't know. Everything. So many things are happening in the world around you. Why so many things in this world only? There are so many things that is happening outside the world also. Now, is the knowledge of the happening affects you, or you having connected to any one of this in some way affecting you? Again, I ask the same question. Is the knowledge of what is happening affecting you, or your mind involved with any of this in some way affects you? Your mind involved with any of this is in some way affects you. Not the event per se. If the event per se has to affect you, you will be permanently affected, because so many things are happening throughout the world 24/7. All those doesn't affect. It means the world, the outside alone is not the cause for affectation. The outside is happening. The outside is there. Unless you have a unique way of relating to it, that unique way of relating to a situation that is happening outside creates the problem. What is that unique way by which you relate to it? The mind. When you relate with it through the mind, some affectation happens to you. When you look at it minus the mind, whatever it is, we will see that later. That also we are going to study. Minus the mind, how it is. With the mind, how it is. Therefore, mind wreaks havoc is very clearly understood. What? Your mind creates havoc in your life, and not the situations not the event or situation that is happening outside, unless you have a direct connection through the mind to that happening. Happening per se will not affect you unless you have a specific aspect of your mind connected to it, then only it affects. isn't it? Earthquake happened. You read it in the newspaper. Earthquake happened. As you are reading the news that earthquake has happened, you are sipping your coffee and less sugar in that coffee. What happens? What happens? What you are reading is people have rendered homeless. Hundreds are dead. Thousands are injured. Moaning and groaning and suffering in pain. Now you are sitting in the luxury of a house and sipping coffee, less sugar. Affectation. In that city, if someone known to you is living, what is your affectation? In that city, if any of your relative is living, what is your relationship? In that city, if your own near and dear is living, what is it? If you are living there, how it will be? Event is the same. What is the event? Earthquake is the event. Most of the time what happens is the affectation of the mind is only in relation to only when your mind has a connection to that event in the way it ought not to connect. When your mind connects to an event in the way it ought not to connect, that creates a problem. Knowledge comes and says, understand the event and relate to it rightly. That's the difference. That's how you can overcome. So knowledge comes and teaches you. Learn to connect to the situation rightly. Then you will be free from it. What you will be free from? You will be free from the tantrums of your own mind. You will stop being a victim of your own mind. Otherwise, we remain a victim of our mind. This is the topic, the mind